Welcome everyone, my name is Delicia. I'm thrilled you clicked on my video. It took me some time to start this channel. I needed to figure out what my voice was and who my audience would be. The more I overthought it, the more I realized that my voice is uniquely mine and my audience is whoever resonates on the other side of the screen. So welcome. I am a yapper and I'm not good at segues, so I guess I'll just get into what I've been thinking about recently. Today I want to talk about the concept of goodness, the journey of being seen, and perspective. Goodness is all around us, and like most concepts, it's also very subjective. It can be used as a descriptor, or a judgment, or a feeling. What does it mean to feel good? What does it mean to be a good person? I think what constitutes a good person is their intentions. I think anybody can be hurt and I think many people are hurt and have negative, cold views on the world, but you can still move with good intentions. It's just an interesting dichotomy to how we expect people to move in the world and how we ourselves move when things get tough. But anyways, I'd love for y'all to comment down below what goodness means to you in terms of how you show up in the world and how you expect others to show up in the world. It's something I've been thinking about a lot lately. So, on to being seen. I'm not sure how it translates in my voice. One of my biggest fears is being seen. Honestly, most of the activities I was involved in my youth required me to be front-facing and be seen. I mean, I was a dancer for 15 years. And while these skills that you accumulate in these positions ideally carry over into adulthood, I almost abandoned them entirely, and I went into a shell. I went into a hole. I think this happened for many reasons, but the main one is that when I was in those positions, it felt like I was wearing a mask. And to a certain extent, I was. I'm naturally an introvert, and the school system is designed for you to socialize day in and day out. And introverts are recharged in their solitude. So it felt like constant cycles of burnout and putting on a mask and burnout and putting on a mask. And so the skills that I did acquire, being front facing and being seen, I think I just discarded everything because it felt disingenuous. It didn't feel like me. I also believe in the society what constitutes someone who should be seen, which I think everybody should be seen. That definition is shifting, but it used to be, if you're an extrovert, this is for you. In my opinion, that's how I saw it. So I immediately, I just did not feel like it was my role in this world to be seen. It felt too taxing. But that's why I'm taking it into my own hands, what it means to be seen for me today. And I think there are several different ways we can feel seen. I think we could feel seen in a book. I think we can feel seen in interactions with family, friends. Sometimes I think even you can feel seen with a stranger. It really depends on, first, how you see yourself. This reminds me of one of my favorite movies, B Movie. If you haven't seen it yet, stop this, like and subscribe, and then go watch it. Basically, the main character was forced to choose a lifelong profession, and we don't even have to get into why a lifelong profession is insane, unless that's what you love to do. More props to you. But Barry, the main character, he felt like he was being forced into a decision that he simply needed more time to make. And in my perspective, everyone around him seemed very narrow-minded, but they also knew instantly what they wanted to do without question, whereas Barry was full of questions. And I think the first time I watched it, I was 7, and I already had felt so seen. It's always been baffling to me how everyone around me seemed to have it all together and not ask the 50 million questions that Barry and so many of us ask ourselves and ask each other. I appreciate that now on social media people are more honest about their journeys and the nooks and crannies of everything. Sometimes performatively so, but that's a conversation for another time. All of that to say, I believe being seen means to me now leading with honesty and authenticity. Not everybody is meant to understand you. We're all here for very different things. And at the same time, it feels like we're all here for the same thing. And leading with authenticity as much as you can, I feel will help you find the people who are supposed to see you and resonate with you. So the last thing I'm wanting to talk about today is perspective. Perspective is such a sneaky little bugger. It's interesting to watch your perspective change, and typically I don't see it until it's starkly, drastically changed, which takes a year sometimes. It could take a day sometimes. I also think perspective is why we have gotten as far as we have as a society. I think it's one of the unique things that can hinder us from connection if we're too trapped in our own perspective, or also foster new connections when we're willing to step outside of our perspective. And perspective is exactly what this channel is about. It's quite literally a video journal of my Scorpio Aquarian black underdeveloped frontal lobe. It's this little corner on YouTube that I'm carving out to yap and show y'all what I love to do, whether that be making clothes for my dog, or cooking, or styling outfits, or painting. I also intend for this to be a place where conversation thrives. I love seeing how other people see the world. So always feel free to share your thoughts below. It's one of my love languages. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll talk next time.